welcome to the Lost Legends update. I'm Mace, and what we have here is some gameplay on DUSK. Yeah, more specifically DUSK HD, which is that free DLC where the graphics are more, well, detailed. More polygons for your low poly models, and it looks damn good. Wonder why I'm making an update on this than say Shantae or Turok Evolution? Well, I heard some rumors that there's more Turok Evolution content coming soon, and for Shantae's various DS builds I help funding to get these things dumped and released. Well, I need to figure out how the hell I'm gonna jailbreak a virtual DSi BIOS using a virtual SD card so I could properly run one of the many beta builds of Shantae Risky's Revenge. But also wait for the release of Shantae Advance, which I ordered a physical GBA copy, even though people had unsavory opinions on limited run games who feed off the FOMO-sexuals for profit, and the desire to have physical media. Also, DUSK's update is pretty recent, so I'm making a video about it. Season 1, Episode 5, June 2022. Jesus, that's 2.5 years ago. I aired the LL episode on DUSK, a 2018 game made by a single developer that defined boomer shooter. Back in December 2021, an anniversary update was released which included some goodies that contained more than enough material to warrant such an episode, such as old development screenshots, unused contents, 9 playable builds, a Civi clip, and Stephan Weyte saying hentai.
Is this hentai?
I even contacted the game's sole developer, David Szymanski, if there's any more builds, but I was told that this was what he and New Blood could gather. Yeah, about that. I mentioned DUSK HD in the episode, and now it was released in December 11th, 2023 for free who own the game already, along with a free content update with the DUSK SDK, which allows you to do some DUSK modding. And the first thing these madmen did is throw in some Half-Life levels in there. Then the game had Steam Workshop support, so you can play some extra endless maps like the PS4 exclusive Quiet Mound, GOG exclusive and a medieval themed Gogatorium, a Gloomwood map, and 2 Fallen Aces maps, but these are not included in the base PC game but as workshop mods. Not only that, they also included the Nintendo Switch exclusive Mamma Mia Flesh Palace. And what's included in the update to DUSK HD is the Dark Claw of the Flesh, which is that magic weapon that was cut but now brought back. This one's a little different from the betas, which is the fact that it consumes morale and then your health. Ever felt like I just shoehorned that bit? But that's because I just found out when gathering this footage. And the other one. In a more recent update dated December 10th, 2024, they updated the goodies with, well, more goodies. Only 2 things added. Stephan Weyte's entire VO session they promised to release years ago, and 1 new beta build. This build here had the file dates garbled to think that this is very recent. However, the info text file wasn't updated to include Davy's thoughts on this particular build called DUSK Level Temp. Then again, it's not long for me to figure out that this is the March 2016 build. Development screenshots help me narrow it down, but I'm guessing the precise date is around March 9th just to be safe. Now I get to explore the whole place, which is dark with great lighting. Unfortunately, there's no enemies to shoot with, and there's nothing else beyond the corridor next to the empty blue room. It does have some atmosphere though, which sets up with one of DUSK's first building blocks of what makes DUSK, DUSK. One thing I noticed is that you can holster your guns by pressing H, but there's no way to unholster it, but not that you want to because no enemies. There's a secret here where you get the red key, but there's no locked door associated. But you get to lift the only interactable objects here. You'll notice that I have all the guns and infinite ammo, all but the sword that's conveniently placed next to the spawn point I can pick up. You have the hammer, sword, dual pistols, shotgun, assault rifle, hunting rifle, buzzsaw, riveter, and the first appearance of the totem, but the last appearance of the chainsaw. One thing I haven't noticed until I played this is that the totem had 2 different firing modes. Just clicking it shoots a shotgun type spread, and holding the fire button shoots singular bolts. This works even when it became the unholy claw in later builds. Another thing which is a nasty bug. You see, the game should run perfectly fine, there's no geometry beyond these walls. The nastiness is a thing called a memory leak. Memory leaks is a special kind of bug that will eventually turn your high frame rate into a PowerPoint presentation over time. This is especially odd, considering there are some particle effects. Something has to cause the memory to leak, and common causes being not removing temporary objects in code. Or in the game made by Bethesda, this is a game engine issue. Oh, in case you're wondering, no, you still can't die in this build. But I think this is the first build to show off the spinning weapons button. As for the Stephan Weyte lines, he has a lot of voice lines, mainly raw voice clips, and is loaded with alternate takes and bloopers.
Ah! Cursed light! No! Curse you! You fool! No! Oh, you devil! Oh, so strong! But I'm way more fun. But I'm way more fun. Just look at all my arms. Pray that you never meet me in my 1,000 other forms. Ooh, quite a nasty piece of work. I am impressed. You, I like better. Ooh, I mean butter. You know, he was worthy, and he accomplished so much. But then you came along. You who were stronger. You who were faster. You, I like better. Come now. Who did you think was behind all of this? God? The devil? No, it's just me. But I'm way more fun. Well done, well done, well done. He was worthy, you know, and he accomplished so much. But then you came along, you who were stronger, you who were faster, you I like better. Come now, who did you think was behind all of this? God? The devil? No, it's just me. But I'm way more fun. Hey, good day, mate. Well done.
Okay, so this video is too short, so let's talk about the new endless maps.
Mamma and Papa Briccolini will not cook you no linguine. Don't you know we specialize in one thing?
Inspired by Peach's castle from Super Mario 64, this is a very tight map. You got hordes of enemies all over the place, from the outside, from the inside, and even on the rooftops. And even had a little moat surrounding the place. And stayed true to its name, it's fleshy themed. The only issues I have with this is that I think this is a little bit too easy of a map. That, and I found the hole I could exit the place if I wanted to. Inspired by the PS1 classic Silent Hill and made exclusive on the PS4, until now. Quiet Mountain is a fun map to blast cultists in the face, but with 32 bits of high definition fog to boot. A small map for sure, but simplicity is key. The smallest map by far, but what it can make up for it is verticality. This is the only map I can remember in Dusk where it had these things. You can shoot at them, and you'll grapple right to it. Make sure you don't point the shotgun too high or else one of the pellets hit those things. Okay, I'm not 100% sure if this is an medieval theme map, I'm just judging this by the color scheme. This one, in my opinion, is the least favorite of the bunch. It's a big map, lots of verticality, and it's the Gloomwood theme. I have nothing against the game Gloomwood, but this map here feels like it's scaled a bit too big. Also, there's no reason why there's a pool of water here and the lack of jump pads doesn't help. I think this is made for strafe hopping. Next is my favorite Endless map, Endless Aces, but there's only one sin to this. Normally for my RTX 3060 and Ryzen 5900, the base game will load in seconds, but not this one. Then again, the update states that this will take a while to load, but still. Anyways, it's a great map. Even though the map starts off with some inactive enemies, they will be alerted once you just straight up fire at them. Then is a bloodbath in the theme of one of my favorite early access titles of 2024, known as Fallen Aces. But that's not all. The second map is a full-fledged campaign level. Sadly, no gooners from Fallen Aces, then again they're 2D entities, so we get Dusk enemies instead. It's a fun romp, starting in a... oh, right. We start in an apartment building that's been through hell, but we get the pistols immediately, and then the shotguns if we go down the hallway, but in this footage I just shut the window and just jump down to the street full of bad guys. We go down to the subway and out, grab a key, shoot more bad guys in an open area, grab another key, and then you gotta go through the entire street full of cultists in the end. You can repeat the level with your guns intact, which is nice. Sorry for the late cut, but I almost forgot to include one more thing which I commented on the main episode months ago. So during the bits in the miscellaneous stuff chapter, I talked about the unused music tracks. More so the ones composed by David Szymanski himself, and the titles are labeled in Roman numerals. Now that album's been updated to not only include proper names, replace the wooden planks with the skeleton deer carcass, but add one more track called End of a Journey. Take a listen. And so that part's been rectified, so let's move on to the end of the video. Now that's all for the update, and yes, this is quite minuscule compared to the previous episode, which is nearly an hour long. Guys, I don't normally do hour-long content, and suddenly I was pumping out Turok Evolution, some Malice, the whole gameplay of the Stefani build, Cyberpunk, Twisted Metal, and then my GT4 video have reached the hour mark. All of which are released last year. Something's wrong with me, Tunes. I usually compress my content. Anywho, if I were to make another Lost Legends update, it's either Turok or eventually Shantae. And I think that's all. Sayonara, Dusk Lords.